Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi and welcome to my channel. In today's video I thought that we could do the yellow eyeshadow tutorial because you guys really seem to like that in my... what video did I have it on in? I think it was what's in my makeup bag. If you haven't seen that video, I'll try and link it in the cards. I thought that we could do that tutorial because a lot of you guys really liked it and I did get a lot of people asking me to do a tutorial, so that's what I'm going to do for you today. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. So I forgot to mention this in the intro, so I'm just going to quickly jump in and say it here. You need, well, if you want to do it exactly how I do it, you're going to need two palettes. You're going to need the James Charles and Morphe palette, and you're going to need the Revolution and Rachel Leary palette. Just these are the two palettes that I use. If you do have a palette that has two similar yellow shades, one very bright yellow and one more of like a mustardy yellow, that's how I like this look to look. So they're the two kind of shades that I use. So if you have a palette that has two colours like that, or even just two yellows in general, then you could use that palette. Also, it will need a yellow shimmer. They're like the three shades that you're going to need. So a very bright prominent yellow, like a true yellow, and then like a mustardy kind of yellow, and then a yellow shimmer. That's what you're going to need. And you're probably going to need about... well, I used 4 brushes. You're going to need anywhere between 3 and 5 brushes, so whatever works for you, really. Just wanted to quickly jump in and say that because I forgot to mention it on the intro. Okay, so I've zoomed you guys in, so hopefully you can see a bit better. But for the first shade, we are going to be taking that yellow shade there. I'm pretty sure it's called B, but I've lost the insert name sheet, so I actually don't know 100%. But I'm just going to take that on a fluffy brush. By the way, I'm doing this on a wet base, so I've got concealer down. It just helps the colours to stand out a little bit more. So we're just going to start by packing this on the inner corner, like so. Kind of want to take this like half over. So first of all, I'm just like really packing the shade on, and then I'm going to blend it out afterwards once I've got it as intense as I want it. Also, I'm not sure how loud that will be, but the bin men are actually on their way around. Of course, I've decided to film and they've decided to show up. So if you can hear that in the background, I'm really sorry. So just something like this, I have took it a little bit further over than I intended to, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to go in with a slightly darker shade in the outer part anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. So just like that. Okay, and now that we've got the eyes, well, the bright yellow shade sorted on the eyes, I am going in with another palette. I did try to see if I had a palette that had two, because you need two yellow shades. You might be able to do it with one, to be honest, but I prefer it with two. You need two yellow shades, one that is like very bright yellow, like a prominent true yellow, and then the other shade that I'm using is more of like a mustardy kind of yellow, but it's still mostly yellow, if that makes any kind of sense. It's like yellow but darker than this. Yeah, but you also need a yellow shimmer too, which is why I'm using two palettes, because these are just the two that have worked the best for me to do this. So I'm going in with the Rachel Leary Ultimate Goddess palette, and I am taking the shade Old Honey. I actually love this shade, the Old Honey shade. I actually use it all the time. Like, it's one of my favourite shades out of this palette. Just taking that on like a smaller brush, and I'm just going to pat that on top of this one. It's just slightly darker. And I just like to wing mine out a little bit because I feel like it makes my eyes look a lot nicer, because I have quite big round eyes. I like to make them look a little bit more like cat shaped, sort of. Not too much, but just a little bit. Just blending that into the yellow shade a little bit. God, my eyes are just not working with me lately. For whatever reason, sometimes when I put eyeshadow on, it just kind of comes off at the minute, and I'm not really sure why. It's really frustrating though. And then I am just going to go back in with the James Charles palette, and I'm just going to take that yellow shade. Again, obviously back to my original brush, and I am just going to pat that back on at the front. just so it's really popping. And then I'm just going back in with Old Honey, just the smallest bit, just to kind of blend out that edge that we've now created, like so. Looking cute. Okay, so now we're looking something a little bit like this. Now I'm just going to be taking the highlighter Ultimate Goddess from the Revolution palette, and I am just going to be packing that on. This is a highlighter, but it's so yellow toned that, well, obviously you can quite clearly see that it's yellow toned, but it's honestly so yellow that it works so well. I am just going to spray the shadow once it's on the brush, just with a primer water or a setting spray, anything will do. And this is why I like to put the yellow shade down first at the front, because then when I put this on top, it really, like the yellow really shines through. So I'm just going to be packing that on the front. And I really pack this highlighter, shimmer, whatever you want to call it, on, because it really brightens up the eyes. This brush is actually not the best to do this with, it's not actually that good, but I was playing around with the Jawbreaker palette last night, the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette, and now all my makeup brushes are dirty, so I'm kind of making do with what I've got. Okay, and then once the first layer's on, I do just go back in again with the yellow highlighter. I re-wet my brush, and then now I really want it to pop, so I'm just going to go back over the top and bam. Genuinely, this look is so easy and I love it. I feel like it's so bright. I do just kind of like to take it a little bit over my crease, just so you can see it even when my eyes are open. So there you go, that's kind of what it's looking like now. And now I am just quickly going to do the other eye, and then we'll blend it out once it has like dried down a little bit. So now that both eyes are done, now they both have the shimmer on, I am just going to blend out the shimmer on both eyes. I'm going to firstly go in with the shade from the James Charles palette, the yellow, the bright yellow. I'm just going to whack that here to kind of diffuse the shimmer just a little bit, so there's not like a harsh line. It's kind of like so, and then I'm going to go back in with Old Honey, and I'm just going to blend that out also. And then you should end up looking a little something like this. I am just going to jump off camera, finish off the rest of my face, and then I'll be back and we'll be doing the under eyes, and then we're all done. So yeah, it's that easy. Okay, so I'm back looking a little bit more done up now, and now we're just going to do the lower lash line. So I think I'm going to go in with the James Charles palette and use that yellow shade, see how well it will show up. Sometimes I don't really like using the James Charles palette once I've done my full face, because they work a lot better with a wet base. Sometimes when you try to apply them on top of powder, it doesn't always work. So I am going to try. We shall see. Hopefully it will show up, but if not, I'm going to go in with the Rachel Leary palette, and I'm going to use Old Honey. Just zoom you guys in a tad. Oh, we got some. I like fall out there. Didn't even notice that. See, it shows up, but it also don't. It kind of does my head in. James Charles palette is really good, but really it's better if you like to apply your eyeshadows to a wet base. It definitely works better. Like it's there, you can see it, but it's not as popping as I want it, kind of thing. Then I'm just going to quickly flip the brush quickly, and then I'm just going to kind of buff out a little bit of that yellow shade, just so it's not too harsh. I like to flip the brush just because there's a lot less on the brush, and obviously on the opposite side there's barely any product on it anyway, so it just helps to blend it out a little bit, like so. And then I'm going to go in with Old Honey from the Rachel Leary palette, and I'm just going to use that on the outer corner and just kind of link it up with the wing. Why is this shade not showing up? There we go. That was better. Kind of blend it in a little bit to the yellow, and then link it with the wing. Cute, cute, cute. I actually love this yellow look. And obviously I had to bang the yellow jumper back on because it just matches so nicely. Okay, and that is sort of the finished eyes. I do just have a little bit of fallout on my face. I'm just going to wipe that off with my powder brush. I'm going to apply a lip and then we can end the video. As I said, this look is so easy to do. It genuinely, it just is. Like, if you have a palette that has 2 yellow shades in it and like a yellow shimmer, you will only need 1 palette. Obviously I don't have that, that's why I was using 2. It's so easy. It literally takes about what, maybe probably 10 minutes. Like, it's really not that long. I spent a little bit longer on it just because the James Charles palette can be a little bit iffy sometimes. It doesn't always want to blend, but it is really easy, and genuinely it looks like you've put a lot of effort in even though you've really not. I also love how it matches my jumper. I also paired it with like a dark lip because we're in autumn. I was trying to look a bit more autumnal. I don't know the word. But yeah, I was trying it. Don't really feel like it goes. It kind of does, it kind of don't. I don't know. Maybe if it was a bit more brown, it probably would have looked a little bit better, but oh well. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was useful for you. If you do recreate this look, please, please, please send it me. Either through Twitter or just tag me in it on Instagram, Twitter, whatever. If you recreate it, just show me how you did. If this video was useful for you, please leave me a like down below and drop me a comment. And I really hope you enjoyed the video. I shall see you all in the next one. Bye.
Wasn't talking over what you're gossiping about. Small town with dreams that didn't involve skis. Looking at me like a weirdo outside of the scene. Stuck to my friend.